Boom, boom. This is Ken, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I got a Soul and reloaded up today, so let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we got the Rakshasa Scythes up today. This will enable you to complete this weapon if you when you purchase the actual. I think it's this one. Yep, the Scythes. So yeah, you'll be able to complete. So keep that in mind if you want to actually do that. I did not actually use it on the scythe. I went ahead and used the shards and put them on my other divide tool that I am working up, getting up. I don't see the need to really focus on bringing up another SS plus weapon when I'm going to be getting. We're going to be seeing triple S's. I just don't see the actual usefulness of it. So instead, I went ahead and stuck it on my Azure Divine Sword Destruction and took that up to 2 stars. So that's something you might want to consider as well if you don't want to actually make this weapon. I mean, if you're spending a ton of money, yeah, you can make it and you can probably get it, up pretty far if you purchase shards for it. But from a free to play perspective, it's just not something that we have enough shards. We don't get enough divine tool shards for us to do that. So I went ahead and threw the shards and leveled this up. So I can now start using this a little bit more frequently than I am, because it does have really good stats. But we're going to be getting a triple S here. Okay, so just like we're seeing inside the hidden weapons, we're going to be starting to get triple S items. So it's really not it's really not functional at this particular point to actually start bringing up SS plus weapons. Okay, just start focusing on these. If you're spending thousands and thousands of dollars, yeah, you can go and get, but I don't see the need because it's a divine tool. Okay, it's not used on it does it. So I don't really see the need to actually bring them up. Okay, so I'm going to just focus on the ones that I got. Like I'm focused on the fiery skill, and I'm going to focus on tile because they're giving us a lot of shards for that. We'll be able to max this thing out pretty fairly quickly. Well, not necessarily quickly, but we'll be able to. We're going to have a guaranteed way, a source of shards for this. So it's definitely something that you want to focus on. Okay, and bring it up. Okay, we haven't had the last event for this yet, but when we do, we'll be able to make it, and we'll have shards left over because these shards, I think it's like actually 75 is what you normally get. So as you can see, these are but just from the shards I've been getting from the dailies, doing the theater, watching the theater, and choosing the shard for that. So that's where those remaining shards for come from. So we do have and in conjunction, we do have up the standards. We got the wheel up. Okay, we've also got 2 times drop, which is really good. So today's the day that you want to complete your things and such. I did actually finish up Eagle Eye. I now have him. He's all gold now on his enhancements. All gold as well. All gold as well. And I'm working on one more piece for Clear Sky, and then he'll be all gold as well. Okay, so that's cool. But yeah, so the Rakshasa Scythe. We've also got the time limit event. What do we got? We got a time limit. We got the Soulbone chest in here. So we've got a Soulbone event tied in. Really good, really good stuff. The actual time limit. They got some good stuff. So we got Phoenix Divine Blood. Okay, that's needed for taking them up to taking him SS plus to triple S. If you take a look at the Soulbone, they don't give those very often. So anytime you see those, you want to jump on those very fast. So see, we got our Soulbones at SS plus, but if we want to take them to triple S, we need this Divine Blood. We need 90. So I need 30 more of those. They usually give it out in like 15 shots a pop. I was really hoping that they would have like a the actual lumber event. I can't remember what it was called, where you make lumber and coal, and you can usually get like 30 of them or so there. So that would be nice if they have that pretty soon. I'll be able to start taking these pieces up to triple S. But yeah, very so. These are not offered. I assume we're going to see it like Spirit Source. You know, when Spirit Source first came out, it was hard to get, but now it's a lot more common. You can get it in vents and stuff more often. Not having any trouble at all getting that. As you can see, I've already taken these up to start taking up these to 2 levels, which is what this does. It takes up to 2nd star. So I've been able to get these, you know, much more frequently. But yeah, so Fusion Buster, you definitely want to get that Phoenix Divine Blood if you can, and hopefully that'll become a more prominent material, and that'll allow us to start triple S'ing our actual soul bones, because that's where a lot of our protection and where a lot of our damage comes from. Okay, so that's what's going on inside of the time limited events. All right, so soul bone event and 2 times drop, and of course Super Monday, which we always have. You always want to participate in this over the weekend. So that's the 2 main items that we've got up today. Remember to do the actual daily freebie, which you get 1 free ticket for the theater right here. It allows you to run through one of those quickly. Okay. Also remember to do the festival. The festival's not here because I already did it. It's cleared up, but that's for your 100 a day to get those shards, because they did put Rakshasa Bibi Dong is now inside of that chest. Okay, she was not in it before. They just added her to that 10 chest. So you'll be able to get 10 shards daily for her. Okay, so you can start working on her. She's the highest level character inside of that chest. It doesn't have Wu or Wrong or Siga Tang San in it. Or, okay, it only but Rakshasa Bibi Dong. So I'm starting to work on you know, bringing her up 10 at a time. As you can see, we're just moving right through them. And hopefully they'll make, I'm really hoping that one day they'll make that a really nice chest. Because for right now, the really only way we have to get Scythes shards are through the actual theater. You can get 1 Evil shard, 1 Ta'a shard, and then you can get 2 of these shards. Which this has got Tang San in it. So you got Tang San in it. So I'm able to get 2 for him on a daily basis. 1 shard for Levi, and then 1 shard for Tai. So that's what I do. This is my 10 right here. So, you know, 3, 6, 8, 10. So this is my 10 right here that I'll do each day, and I get all of those. So it takes, you know, it takes it a while, but there's only like a minute between, you know, so you like pop one off and watch it, you know, claim the voucher, go do something else, run a few events, come back and do another one, run some. You just pop back and forth until you've done all your 10. It only take, you know, it takes like 15 minutes to do it. You just have to, you know, space it out over the time. But yeah, so that's a good way to get that. Also, like the Soulbone, you of course have to pay for these tickets, but it does have the Phoenix Divine Blood in it. 60 of them. That's a lot. So basically, to get 150, I'm going to have to open up 130 more, which means we're going to have to do 13 times. Unfortunately, if you look at the actual chest, wrong one. It's 1,800 just to get 10 of them. So 13 times, I don't have the 60,000 or so that it's going to take to do that. So that's not something I'm going to be getting. So basically, it's still not considered an item that's easily obtainable, even though, you know, I just not going to, you know, spend that much opening up the tickets. I had like 28, so I opened up the 2 sets of 10 just to get the reward for that, which was a bunch of Doomstones and some Spirit Source, which I then used to work on. I'm at my 5th one now. I pretty much, you know, got these maxed out for these characters. The only thing to do is to get them to triple S. So I'm starting to work on her soul bones now. See, I've got them up to God too. Starting to work on my 5th set. So that's where we're at in that particular format. Working on the support character, but it's working pretty good. I mean, I managed to clear out another one of the actual Soulforce trials today. So cleared that out this morning. I'm on the new one. I'm now up to Peak Julu. Okay, 4, and I'm working through that. So 4 Soul Masters, I've already got that done, as you can see. So it's still got the requirements. So I expect I'll hit a 5 awakening sometime. 5 characters at awakening. I already have the 5th one. I did Evil Eye. He's fully awakened, so I should be able to pass through that. So yeah, best now it's just basically matching my BP, reaching the BP max, and I usually do that once every 3 or 4 days. A lot of that comes from the martial soul. I mean, this is where most of the stuff comes from. You can get really good. I mean, I actually completed my first set today, which is completely. I completed this set today, Unity set. So I've got 3 real sets that involve all red, all orange or red. So yeah, so those are the sets I'm focusing on right now, and I went ahead and brought them up to 30. This is a really good set, though. It has a really good. It's an attack buff, so that's what allowed me to jump up 2 slots on the actual on the Soul Forces, because it gave me I got it and put it up to 30. Gave me a lot of got a lot of BP out of that, so I was able to jump that up pretty fast. All right, so yeah, keep going at Battle Pass. Make sure that you close out a lot of these because on the weekend you get double XP for these. So make sure that you got your weekly limit achieved up. Okay, so you try to keep pace with what's going on. We still got 22 days for this, so you just want to try to keep pace. Make sure that you do hit the weekly XP limit if at all possible. Okay, that means you're keeping in pace, and that you should only have to spend 5 or 10 buy 5 or 10 XP levels to get the tag. And we do want to get we do want to make sure that we do have enough to purchase 10 if we need to, which is 8,400, because this will be our 3rd token, which will allow us to get the Evil Eye skin. That's right, a skin for our Triple X character. So we definitely want to get that. Okay, the skins in this game have buffs too. That comes associated with that. So we'll have to see what that is when we are able to actually purchase it. But yeah, it's in the Battle Pass. You need 3 of these. Okay, and it's at 95, I believe, is where it's at. Let's jump up here. I think it's 95. No, it's at 90. Okay, nothing at 95. So you need to get to 90. Okay, and you can buy XP. You can buy, you can buy as much as you need to. 10, but you can buy some, you can buy a bunch of these. It doesn't look to be a limit on, so you can buy as much as you need. But that's a lot of diamonds. We do get diamonds fairly quickly in this game if you're consistently playing. But there are other things that you need to use with that. So you want to try to spend as less as possible. But since that's my last thing, I'll go ahead and spend what I have to spend. So I'll probably go a little bit here in a couple of weeks. I'll start becoming a little bit more, a little bit more. I'll scrutinize what I purchase a little bit more. Right now, I'm just purchasing pretty much anything that can give me any type of shard or any type of a buff. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now, which is why I'm down to 11.8. And I've still got a couple of things that I'm considering purchasing, but I'm waiting until I see how much I'm going to get over the next 2 days, because the event is up for 3 days. This is nice because I do have one piece of this equipment right here, the XCOM shard, that I'm in the process of finishing up. Plus, you get some Dune Stones. So, I would really prefer if this was an SS Plus chest, but, hey, we can't be choosy. It's free. But as you can see, if you're willing to spend a lot of money, you can get these maxed out. And then you got the shard right here. This is the one I'm considering purchasing, but that's like 3,000 if I wanted to purchase all those. None of these, all this stuff I've already got maxed out, so it would be useless. These, I don't need to purchase these. I can get these relatively easy inside of the sec boss, so I don't see the need to actually purchase them here. But I did purchase the actual, like I say, the shard for that. And that. I put both of those against the Asur Divine Sword. Allow me to take it up another star. And that's one of the divine tools that I do use. It does have it has a really good effects on it, which make it quite useful as one of the 4 divine tools. So that's what I've been focusing on. Just looking things up. I'm at 62.75. We'll probably be hitting this. We should be hitting 105. Which will allow us to open up chapter 53. We'll be hitting that probably be Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. We should hone in on that, because I'm going to be I did a big set today, and I'm going to do another big set tomorrow, because it's 2 times shards. Anytime I see 2 times drops, I like to take advantage of that, because you can get to you can get 2 soul bones. Uh, if you're running the actual soul bones for these right here, if you're running a soul bone, if you're running a soul bone level, in this case it's 4813. If you look, there's nothing inside of normal that gives you a recommended. So 2 is what you'll get, and on occasion it might only be 1, but generally it's 2. So that's a way to get 4 instead of just 2, because you're doing by 2 and you need 90 of them. That could take a really long time. So it's nice when they have the 2 things. So I'm going to run, I'm going to run some more this evening. I'm going to purchase some more, use some more sausages, and I'm going to try to work this up really close to 116. Okay, on my evening run when I do an evening. The evening run is when I start focusing on equipments and soul bones and whatnot. But I just wanted to clear this out. So I want to go ahead and get this one finished out, and then I could start moving into Whoa, and start breaking her up, because she's going to be, I'm going to start focusing. Once I make a decision on what we're going to go with Ling Ling, will be termination. But I'm probably not going to go for her, as I've said before. I think that she's going to give you a pretty good buff in terms of your attack. But from a free-to-play perspective, I'm going to get her, but I'm going to hold off. I'm going to wait until Erming comes out. I want to see what he has to offer, because he is a tank. And see what he has to offer. If it's something a little bit more enticing, then I might do that. One or the other will probably be what I end up doing. I'm not sure which one yet. I want to see what they have to offer, and what the thoughts are on it before I make a decision as to which one I go. I have enough shards to take one up to full, max one out. So I just have to make a determination as to which one I want to do at that particular time. The one thing that would be nice about her or doing Ling Ling would be the fact that I can cash in, regenerate Oscar, and get a lot of the materials I would need for her as well to get her up pretty fast. So I'll have to wait and see which one. But I want to see what Erming has to offer before I make a determination on whether I want to go with Ling Ling. So I have to just wait and see when that comes. We should be getting the remaining events, and I want to see what Erming's going to look like. That'll be pretty cool. But it's going to be hard to replace Angel Red. Okay, got to be very hard, because she's excellent. She heals herself. I mean, I have no problems. It's a tank. Survivability is not going to be an issue. Okay, we're already seeing Evil Eye, who has absolutely virtually no problem surviving, and he's an attacker. So I doubt very seriously if a triple S tank is going to have any survival problems. What we're going to be looking for from him is he going to offer us some damage in reference to that tanking? What I would like to see would be a full shield that not only shields himself but shields the other. It'd be really nice if I could get a shield on Tang San. So maybe if maybe a tank that could throw up a entire team shield, like Iroquois V2 does in Bleach Immortal Souls. If you play that game, his skill is he throws up a shield for the entire front line. The 3 on the front line get a shield from him, which usually lasts a couple of base attacks before it goes. So that would be nice if maybe he could throw a shield around, some of the other players, because Tang San's generally survives, but he's a little iffy. I did manage to actually crack, for those of you who watched the previous video, I think it was 2 videos ago. I did manage to crack. I finished up the Soul Ascension platform. I am at 14 now. Okay, I did finish up 13 as I thought I would. I think it was I did it on I think it was Thursday. It was Thursday or Friday. This is not going well. This is very, very difficult. When you go into 14, they pop up a message saying that the beasts here, you get a little cutscene where Wu is saying how these are much different soul. These soul beasts are a lot more powerful. They are. Okay, I did pretty good. I had the final Phoenix, and I was pounding him. I had him about 3/4 of the way down before time expired. But yeah, I was taking a lot more damage than I did from the previous levels, but I survived. But it was really close. Okay, so So it would be nice to see a tank that actually has uh, maybe a little bit of damage and maybe have the capability to shield other people at the same time. Okay, it's not really a problem. It's the sec boss and even the tree. I survive those. This is where sometimes see God, if he gets targeted by, as I've said before, where the one of the little enemies gets you know, a target with a little avatar popping up, and that's where he goes and attacks immediately. It's really difficult, virtually impossible to stop that from happening because once he gets there, within a few seconds from making contact, he takes them out. I think he explodes. I think he gets there, and I think he just suicided kamikaze attack or something, and because he completely explode. He died real quick. It's virtually impossible to stop it from happening. Uh, sometimes if you see it and it's on the other side of the screen, you can try double clicking on him and get people to target and block him. Otherwise, the only way to do it is to just start running him across the screen away from it, and he'll chase him. So you really can't stop for very long. The only problem about that is you're not attacking while you're running, so it's really useless in that facet. So it's best to just take it. Hope it doesn't happen, uh, uh, but it doesn't happen all the times. It does happen on occasion. So it's not something I worry about too much. I'm still doing a lot more damage than I was before. But yeah, this is another reason that Ling Ling might be a little bit more, introspective. But again, uh, we'll have to make it. It's a decision we'll make after we've seen what Erming can offer. The problem about Ling Ling is you're going to have taking out, putting Ling Ling in means I'm going to have to take out an attacker. Okay. While putting in Erming, I'll get the added benefit of I'm replacing a tank that I already have, so I'm not changing the format. I might get more attack and more protection just by adding a character, but I'll be adding a character that is beneficial, and it won't mess with the attacker status. I'll still be able to do a maximum attack and hopefully get more survivability out of something in the process. That's why I want to wait and see what Erming has to offer. He is going to be, he's the first Triple S tank. We're going to see more effects from him. So I just have to see what they are. And then after that, make a decision what I want, which way I want to go in reference to that. But we'll have videos on that, of course, as they come out. But right now, it's just the Rakshasa Scythe Divine Tool. Okay, so Rakshasa. So yeah, get in there, focus on everything. Make sure you do your weekend items. But other than that, we'll probably take a peek and see what's going on. Probably on Wednesday or Monday, I mean, because this is a 2-day event. And we'll see if anything pops up, anything new. They might have another full event because we're getting really close to the holidays, so they're going to be, they might be starting popping up. So there'll probably be another 1 or 2 events before we actually get into the big stuff, and we'll have for the holiday season, and see what they throw up. They generally throw up some special type of event. So that's what we'll have to participate in. All right. So again, thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. All right. So this is Ken Rear coming at you from the corner, signing out.